Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of Noel's House Party, season 2. This episode is going to contain a few things which Google choked on, and the copyright. There's some copyright issues and stuff like that. So we might have a little section removed, or we might have a few moments of silence. I've taken to just uploading the videos now, seeing what it chokes on, letting it do whatever it wants to do, and then downloading that, and then that's what I react to. It's much easier. So let's just go with it, shall we? 28th of November 1992. I think we've got a Gary Lineker gotcha on this one.
You only get leverage if the person that you
Shut up. Fucking Instagram shouting about shit. I try to get the levels right on this, but I struggle sometimes. Hey, Blobby is an actual character unto himself. Interesting. It's the first time we've seen Blobby outside of the gotchas. And it's starting to get away from it just being a thing that Noel's in. Maybe we're heading towards him being a real character.
I'm trying to put a very bright face on, but it's been one of those weeks. At the beginning of this week, we had a fire in one wing of the house here. I was very lucky that hundreds of rescuers came up from the village and managed to save a vital national treasure. All week, the council have been discussing who's going to pay for the damage, so that we can actually reconstruct the house the way it was. They're deadlock, total deadlock. Well, they're very loath to break into a fiver, you see. And then we had another sadness. On Thursday, the Crinkly Bottom pawnbroker got mumps. And yes, his sign's fallen off. Yeah. So we really need to brighten things up, don't we? We need a house party that's got zest and zing and vigour and whatever. So before we get into it, let's delve back to last week. Last week's NTV, where we had Vanessa. And the bit we didn't see was that Vanessa said, "Why is it all the living rooms look the same?" And then she said, "Yeah, is that us?" So here now is the bit on NTV that you actually didn't see last week.
Well, I wonder if you are going to be this week's star of NTV.
All their living rooms are the same to me, though. They do, don't they?
What? I hope they're not slouching on the sofa. This week's star of NTV!
Looks like us.
Is that John Noakes?
Well, this week we sent out Gary Lineker to tackle one of the delights of Japanese cuisine, the squid with eyes. A great gotcha, but will he bite?
This one, I'm not sure if this is a breakfast meal, this one, or lunch, but, now, Gary, even you must have limits now. Come on. What is this?
Didn't he go to Japan?
I'm not going to go for it.
Didn't he play for Japan?
NTV has got a fabulous surprise, and all sorts of strange things are going to happen on this show. Because I don't know what's going on, so there's bound to be a surprise or two. We've got Grab a Grand, where someone could win an awful lot of money, and of course a wonderful boy called Matthew in Wait Till I Get You Home. But let's have a little look in the Crinkly Bottom Observer, and just see what you'd like to find out about the village.
It doesn't need the arrow. It doesn't need the arrow.
Turning the clock back on the cars in his showroom. He said at the time of the offence he was 3.5 miles away in Barbados. One of the villagers, when stopped in a police check, swallowed his out-of-date road tax, and he was rushed to hospital when the police asked to check his tyres as well. We can offer you the battle of the soaps, and someone in a moment will need an enormous amount of soap. It's Neighbours. Mandy from Eastenders. Melanie, a defence. I mean, you're such a wimp and you've got such a silly laugh and your voice is terrible.
I'm nice, I'm sweet, I look after Joe and the
No,
kids
you're not.
and I'm nice.
it?
Yeah.
The best you can do?
No, not really. But I've got a good.
I remember fancying her as a kid.
Give us the laugh. Give us the laugh.
Oh. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, get in.
No.
All right, well, let's go. All right. Albert Square. Now, Mandy, you're not a very nice person.
I remember sort of fancying her, but at the same time thinking she was common as fuck.
Come on, then.
I'm lovely. It's just. It's a conspiracy.
No, look,
Her character, not the
impartial in
actress.
this, but I ought to point out to you that you are a home breaker, you are a thief, and you are thoroughly dishonest.
All I've got to say to that is, nobody's perfect.
No, quite.
Someone just say,
Isn't it?
get
You
off.
said get 'em off. Do you mind? You're in my house now. I'll have you out for that sort of thing. So, you can be the judge now. Reach for a telephone and give us a call. If you feel that it should be... I
thought for a moment he said get 'em off, which was a bit too much.
But if you think it should be Mandy, it's... 10322. A couple of weeks ago, we managed to get nearly 100,000 calls
There's a
on
lot
this.
of
Be
shouting
interesting to
going
see the battle between Neighbours and Eastenders, how many calls we log. But now, let's go and open the cupboard. Now, the rules of this game are very simple. I'm sorry if it does seem like they're the sort of instructions for building your own nuclear power station, but I can assure you the rules are incredibly simple, which is just as well, because once again, of course, we have Prudence Prendergast, who's come up from the village to join us. Hello, Prue. Lovely to see you. And may I ask you, what
Ari Gary Lineker, yeah, he went to Japan and played for Nagoya Grampus 8 club in early 1992.
Over here, two people are going to play Open the Cupboard. First of all, Sharon Parsons. Yes. Hello, Sharon.
And we were in early 1992 now, so a couple of months before he went.
I certainly would not.
Where?
In the cupboard, no.
Oh.
And he accepted the contract in November
Particularly daft laugh.
the previous year.
This is for real, is it? You could end up in the cupboard, you carry on like that. And Andrew Robinson is a huge fan of El Dorado.
I'm not.
And does great impressions of David Coleman, Jimmy Savile and Bruce Forsyth.
Oh, remarkable. I was about that, and welcome to Noel's house party.
Just once and for all, I want to make sure everyone appreciates you've been fully briefed on this. Do you understand the rules?
Yeah,
No.
Oh, all right. But anyway, Prudence, you
Always
understand
get
the
a
rules.
load of over-the-top theatrical maniacs, didn't they?
I can offer you the things in the cupboard that go like this. Disco shoes, framed photos of Prue, bottles of red wine...
And the only reason that Noel took any interest in that woman and actually talked to her and read out her name was that she had a stupid laugh that he wanted to exploit.
Pots of gold coins, assorted potties, bath toys, fake turf from Bert the Bugler's stall in the marketplace, diamond tiaras, necklaces and earrings. I wonder where we got those from. So they're all the items that are currently in my cupboard. There will be songs sung by famous faces in the cupboard. The songs are clues to their identity, because I will be asking you that at the end. Every single one you correctly identify, you will keep at the end of this. Are you sure you don't understand? Bruce, the first number, please!
Yay, rainbow!
Yes, red wine. So what do you think it is?
Let's go. One red wine. One red wine.
We'll go with that. On we go,
A
please!
shouting rainbow. People are shouting rainbow. It's not even time to guess that yet.
Yes, the disco shoes. Prue, faster, Prue. Hands will help on the keyboard. Photos of Prue.
Rubbish prizes, no.
Number 5, Prue. Come on, they're doing very well. Nobody's ever done this. Yeah, very obvious. Keep asking that.
They're just listening to the audience.
You missed out on the assorted
Potties. What a fucking load of old shit. Just repeat back whatever the audience is shouting at you from what they can see on the monitors. They've been shouting Rainbow the whole time. It's a shame we didn't get more time with Rainbow.
Wait there. We're just playing in the other room. Let's see how your votes have gone in our Gunge. The lines must be red hot between Eastenders and
Not shout. Mandy, oh yeah. Because the Melanie woman, I think, is just a sort of a bit of a sort of tragic nerd character from Neighbours. I can't really remember, but I remember Mandy being a right little madam, as my mum would say.
So let's go over there now for human hurdles, and your commentator is Noel Edmonds.
Thank you, Noel. Welcome to the Garden of the Leyton Newt here in Crinkley Bottom. Now, the idea is that the ladies will have to wend their merry way without spilling a drop, and then we will measure the size of your glasses. On your marks, get set, go!
What are you doing? What's going on? Show me that camera. Wow. It was actually alright though. Come on, you can actually get quite hurt doing this. They look like real glasses as well, not even plastic. Could get a shoe in the face. It's no wonder that a man died under Edmonds' production stewardship on that late breakfast show, because in terms of health and safety as a producer, executive producer, he doesn't give a fuck, does he? And this is like a game that people would play at a party or something, and even in your own house you'd say, no, sorry, this is a little bit too dangerous. I can't decide whether that was good or not. It was sort of shocking, but it wasn't good to watch. It was just sort of shocking. Hey, Richard Digance. I only know him from Countdown, but apparently he was in movies.
Give me a L. Give me a G. What does it spell? Yes.
I think I've got myself a spot of difficulty here, because I've just appointed him as the new manager of my football team, the Crinkley Bottom Wanderers.
Who are you talking to down here?
Never you mind, never you mind.
I am Danger Man Digance, holder of 15 FA Cup winners' medals, 20 European Cup winners' medals, and 25 League Championship medals.
That's a lot to win.
It's a lot to hold, mate.
Yeah. Got any caps?
Yeah, I've got a couple. Well, manager, not a racehorse.
Now look here, I have spent an absolute fortune on that team this year. How are the boys doing?
Not very well. We need some new players. Ones we got a bit old.
Oh.
You know we play 4-2-4? Well,
Yes.
that's so they can lean on each other. What we need is a new striker.
I bought you a new striker last week.
And we love Mr. Blobby. But he don't understand the offside rule.
It's simple. Work it out. No time, we haven't got time. Go away.
Mr. Blobby says
He's injured?
Mr. Blobby is injured. He headed the ball.
So? Oh, am I supposed to say something then?
Yeah, maybe you could play.
See, this is a genuine opportunity to actually laugh, rather than just trying to laugh to inject humour where there isn't any. There we go.
Hardman Edmonds, they called you, the knee butter.
Yes.
And what's this about a stand they're naming after you? The Noel Edmonds end or something?
Yeah, what's wrong with the new stand?
Well, they can see the pitch.
What's wrong with that?
On the striker.
I can't afford a striker. I really can't. I mean, I'm a little short at the moment.
He does walk right into them, doesn't he? Well, we got to do something, boss. The crowd have got the hump. There was crowd trouble last week.
Delivery on that was terrible.
Well, that was the trouble. I've got to gee the old boys up now, gee the players up.
What you should do is
Yeah?
what I used to do.
Yeah?
What you should do is what I used to do.
What's that? Oh, no, I'm not playing on stilts.
Oh, got it. No. What you should do is you line them all up, you see, for a pep talk. And you say, right, OK, lads, are we going out there to beat the Rovers today? And they all shout, yeah! You say, are we going out there to score goals today? They go, are we going out there to win today?
It's no good.
Why?
The game's tomorrow.
Can I get you home?
There was a little wobble there when the camera came down. Sort of slightly ropey tonight, isn't it? Everything's slightly subpar.
Richard, they own a Matthew, and we'll meet a Matthew in a moment. What's Matthew like? How would you describe your lad?
Nice, pleasant young lad. Or he was before he came on.
Yeah, we're playing for a chef's hat. We'd spoken about Matthew's plans for the future, and I asked, what would you like to do as a scientist? Did he say, stay clean and try not to blow myself up? Or research into why the repeat of Only Fools and Horses is always the one that I've seen? Or design a holographic TV? Or something else?
Something else.
Holographic TV.
A holographic TV.
A what?
A box, and it projects a holographic picture for TV of whatever it is.
Yes.
And you won't be on it. You probably won't be doing this show by the time I've invented it.
I might be around for a while.
I never said you wouldn't be around. I just said you wouldn't be doing the show.
Well, that's my job on the line. So we're very lucky here. The stable lad here at the Great House at Crinkley Bottom has offered some horse liniment to you. And the question was, what is Mum and Dad's cooking like? Did Matthew say, I have a simple rule in life, Noel, never eat in a restaurant where the chef is called Mum? Or there's a word for Mum's cooking, leftovers. Mum's good, Dad's not? Or was there something else?
Mum's good, Dad's not.
My mum is actually very good at cooking.
Is she?
My dad, I don't call burnt toast cooking. The best thing I've ever got out of him is a toasted cheese sandwich. They're not very nice either.
Where does he go wrong?
From putting the bread in the toaster to taking it out again. Once he set it on 9 minutes for a piece of toast. We had to shake out to get the ashes out.
Coffee pot, complete with cosy. Oh, someone's desperate there. I questioned Matthew about the quality of Dad's driving. Did he say my dad's a very good driver? Did he say my dad drives like Frank Spencer walks? Or he's mentioned in the highway code, accident black spot. Or was there something else?
Well, he better have said his dad's a good driver.
Well, my dad is a very, very good driver. Except for the when he winds down his windows and says things I should not mention on this show.
What do you mean, like
Or you get out of my way.
No, far worse.
Does this happen very often?
If I drove around with him for a whole day, it would happen about 11 times. On a good day.
His dad seems familiar. Maybe his dad looks like
I asked him about Mum's driving.
someone
Dad
from telly.
tried to teach her to drive, but never again. She was afraid she'd damage the car. I couldn't think why she was scared, because she wasn't going fast enough to hit anything. I had to get out of the car. I was feeling seasick. And when she turns corners, she goes... So she's going to learn to drive from the people round the corner. We've heard they've got patience.
So we come to the gnome. Village bus driver gnome, somewhat appropriately in view of your antics. I asked Matthew how he felt we should deal with the wider world issues. Did he say, "Bye, Noel, nice talking to you"? Or did he say, "I think we should make politicians redundant"? Or was his answer, "Let people have their religions with no threat of other countries trying to take them over"? Or something else?
You certainly said something else, I would have thought, would you?
Yes.
Let people have their religions and nobody should take over other countries.
A lot of the disagreements, though, a lot of the wars are caused because of historical problems.
Well, things change.
At what point can you say, look, stop thinking about the past?
Think about the present.
So how would you deal with that if you were in a position of power?
I quit immediately.
And so now, the man who's happy to quit position of power, Matthew, join us.
I don't really know what to think about any of that. Noel, sometimes he asks some things and I just go, what?
What is it that you want more than anything else?
A really good camera.
Here, however, is a choice of a totally different sort. In one envelope it says, "I must be the tidiest person in our house for a month." "I must wash up every day for a week." Or "I must eat out once a week for a fortnight." Which one are you going to go for?
Blue, it's my favourite colour.
Blue's favourite colour. Right, you might go off it afterwards.
I must eat out once a week.
And you get someone to take a photograph of you having a good meal as well. Well done, Matthew.
SLR. That would have cost quite a bit back in the day.
Good God, Matt. Why are you standing in a hole?
You want to get yourself some of these shoes with the artificial heels?
Hey, Joe, look, it's one of these new synthetic dummies.
You do know what a catastrophe is.
It looks like he's just fallen off the top of the wedding cake.
You are Noel Edmonds, the handsome, talented, and likeable television personality.
Hang up, pal.
I said a man, not his breakfast.
An effigy of someone that the British people don't like very much.
Yes, I know. Excuse me a moment.
Oh! Is that Oliver Reed?
Mr. Edmonds?
Yes.
He must be pissed.
No.
He never wasn't.
I'm Froggy from Fine Wine.
Yes, I find it makes me a little befuddled as well.
No. Martin Frogwell. I'm the proprietor of the finest wine merchant in the whole of the village.
Oh,
and
right.
I have brought you your usual wine. 14 bottles of pink raspberry wine.
Thank you.
And...
Lovely, my favourite.
And a packet of those cheesy things that you seem to like so very much.
Well, that's marvellous. I can't wait. I'm all excited. I want to get into it right away.
Tell me, when does all this riotous behaviour commence?
Well, we normally crack open the first bottle on Christmas Eve, and then it's absolutely nothing for us to go for the second one on New Year's Day. You know, I mean, we really go for it.
Oh, you naughty little party animal, you. Now, be careful, because half a bottle of wine can affect somebody as small as you as much as a whole bottle of brandy can affect somebody as wonderful and as normal as me.
Well, that's very kind advice. Thank you.
Yes, well, I must go now. I have to negotiate the price of my new motor car.
Oh, really? How are you buying that car then?
I'm taking back the empties.
Oh, well.
It wasn't a very good joke. You see the acting that he was doing, where he was sort of stepping towards the door, and he was putting on that. It's just affecting a really deep character that sadly had fuck all good lines written for him.
TV, shall we? And this is the magic moment where we just, of course, reverse everything. People are just sort of sitting around, slumped in front of their TV sets, and they're probably not bothering to think, well, could I be a star in a second? But for somebody, of course, this is going to be that moment where all of a sudden they're going to be catapulted into the homes of 14 million BBC viewers. What I thought I might do this week
14 million now, is it, Noel?
There's a lot of party poopers in the world, but I want you all to pull together.
Make me
want to
check on that.
Saturday. Everyone, particularly the men,
probably
because
true.
men they're the ones who don't always play it. Close your eyes now. Now just close your eyes, please. Every single... Imagine this, 14 million people in Britain, all with their eyes closed. I'll tell you when to open them in a moment, but do close your eyes. And for one person, when they open their eyes, of course, they'll realise they're the star of NTV. So keep the eyes closed. Do please play along. Keep your eyes closed, and you can open your eyes now. I couldn't see if you had your eyes closed because it was dark, but did you, Steve?
I did know.
And you were a bit slovenly there, weren't you, with your feet? What's that? They didn't tell me you'd got one of those.
Noel always sort of says, oh, you slovenly, you got your feet up. I'm in my own fucking home watching television, you cunt. Do you know what I mean? Like when he says to people, oh, someone's not wearing their shoes. I'm in my own fucking living room, you twat.
Hi. Good to see you. Now you're a fireman?
I am.
Well, you knew that, didn't you? So firemen are hard-working and very, very brave people, and I believe that you've got a particularly energetic hobby. You like karate?
I did do.
Yeah? Now, come on, don't be all reluctant on me, Steve. I'm told that you're certainly a man who accepts a challenge, and this is NTV giving you a great challenge. There he is. limbering up for the karate.
What's that underneath it? Or is it in the
I
background?
won't ask you to explain anything more about that, but could you give us a quick demonstration, please? We have you covered from every angle, so up you get, come on. Let's see your karate, please. Right.
What's he wearing? A Zakynthos t-shirt.
A few years
Nice.
since I did this.
Yes, well, we'll, oh. Fine. Lovely. Was that it?
It's probably more than you could manage, Noel. Probably had a few beers.
Probably what one of your dogs does on a walk. Is that it? Well, then I'm going to get the other picture out.
Oh, no.
Because you like to soak your feet a bit, don't you? Don't you like to soak your feet a bit?
What's that?
Now, you should be very grateful, Steve, that I put those little gold stars on there. The rest of the brigade will be very disappointed. Now, as a fireman, I can
Oh, I
imagine,
thought
Steve,
the
that,
gold stars were in the
many
picture.
situations, not just in terms of putting out fires, but in some of the other work you do, where being squeamish really would be a bad idea. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm being serious here. I think we should all be most grateful for the role of fire persons and what they do. And I think we should all be most grateful that, in the main, most of them are very courageous. But I understand you can't stand the thought of cotton wool being pulled like that. Is that true?
It does make a strange sound.
Imagine I'm going to start running the temple. Just imagine that. What's that doing to you, Steve? How you doing?
I have problems.
Never mind, at least it's your sofa, I suppose. Now,
I've never
you do an impression.
felt like that before, but when I see someone else flinching about that, it makes me not like it. It's strange.
Oh, you're getting a bit of help. You'll find something that will aid you with an impression that I know is going to go down a storm with everybody. What have you done with them? Have a look under the cushion, Steve. Lovely, good. Right, pop them on and give us your Michael Caine. Come on, that's it. Give us your Michael Caine, good. Looks a bit like Jonathan King, doesn't it? Right.
He's a pedo.
Did you know whether Noel Edmonds is standing up or sitting down? Doesn't matter, because he's the same height anyway.
It's a terrible impression.
That's not the one they told me about, Steve. Now, what's this? What's this? I understand this is one of your prized possessions. What's this?
That's my mother-in-law.
Yes, I believe this is your mother-in-law doll, and you pull bits off it and whip the legs off when she annoys you. Is that right?
If you knew her, you'd know that.
Sorry?
If you knew her, you'd understand why I got the doll.
Right. Does she know about this? Does she know you do this?
Yes.
Well, she probably does now, eh?
She definitely does now.
Yes. Do you think she's likely to be watching NTV at home at the moment?
That's a probable certainty.
Have you got a funny feeling she's going to walk in behind you?
Yeah.
No, she can't do that because she's with me in Crinkly Bottom.
Well, that was a surprise.
And I think she's annoyed with you. Now, just 1 second, because you're into this paintball thing, aren't you?
Yes.
You like going out and pretending you're a soldier and going zap that and all that and covering people in paint. We got some goggles for you. I believe you'd just like to put those goggles on. And we call this Mother-in-Law's Revenge. So pop your goggles on.
Are they going to fire paintballs at
Really,
you?
if you'd just like to line up on our special NTV camera there. Steve, hold it still, if you would. 3, 2, 1, go.
That would have actually hurt. It looked like she fired something at the camera. Maybe it was just the CO2 coming out. Because it didn't have a hopper.
You can take the mask off now if you want. Now, I understand there is one good
Just
thing
got
that's
shot with a
happened to you
paintball. That
recently,
would have
Steve.
hurt.
What's wrong?
It hit his hand as well, look.
Oh, did it? Oh.
Yeah, that's going to leave a mark, Noel. You're a bit of a prick. Noel doesn't have any clue what paintballing. Ooh.
Steve,
I don't do
understand you're
that.
very relieved about one thing, and that is the resurgence of interest in ABBA. Am I right?
I've got all the hits.
Yeah, but you used to hide the records at the back of the rack, didn't you? Because you were embarrassed.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, well, it's good to know you've come out, because ABBA are coming in.
I think this is going to get some silent treatment. If not now, then when he sings with them. YouTube made me remove that
We'll
audio.
get you sorted out, and we'll be back shortly when hopefully you've got your composure and you can put on a really nice ABBA act for us. Thank you, Steve.
I didn't expect his mother-in-law to be in the studio with Noel. That was quite interesting.
Can we be of service to you? I need to know as much as possible about the clients you would like to set up for NTV. For example, do they have any hobbies, like the paintball thing? Do they have any interesting possessions, any little quirky bits and pieces about them? Where do they work? What are they doing when they're watching the house party? Send as much information as possible, please, to NTV at the house party, PO Box 2020, London W12 6HP. And I hope to be able to help you, but I can feel money in the air. I can feel money coming on. Let's go grab a grab.
This is the Madame Tussauds question, is it? I said 555.
Next day, on the
5.
Sunday, how many people would visit Madame Tussauds in London? And we have somebody to verify the actual number of people who went to Madame Tussauds last Sunday. Oh, this is magic.
Huh.
Sorry, I'm normally about to chat, but we're very short of time. It was 6.
Oh, it was over the average then.
I love it, but the Neighbours are very funny about it. 6,077, and we're allowing 10 either way. All the correct people going through: Pat Ray, Richard Jackson, Elaine Herriper, Andy Gregson, Angela Thompson. I'm going to stop it now. And who comes up? Liz Thompson, who is in London.
It's quite consistent numbers then. And he said the average is 6,000, and the number was 6,077. So it's pretty consistent.
How accurate she was in just a moment or two. Should be a swift connection from Crinkley Bottom through to London. It's ringing and...
Hello.
Hello, Liz. Hello, Liz.
Hi.
You've been at the Happy Juice?
No, not yet.
Yeah, have you?
We're just having a joke about this.
How many did you guess?
6,083.
Right, so you were within the band we were talking about. Have a think about what you will spend the money on, because that's the first question I'll ask you when we get round to grabbing the grand. We've got a marvellous guy to do it for you. So hang on the line.
Okay.
And you'll be on the house party in a little while. Now, tomorrow, there is the snooker. Snooker final's being played at the moment in Preston. Tomorrow in the play, who will get the highest break? What will the highest break be during tomorrow's play in Preston? Give us your predictions on 0891.
No, it's not who then, it's what.
0891 800 300. And of course,
I don't know what. I mean, I don't know what.
And I'd like to raise a glass to both.
I don't know what the range is.
You naughty little piggly poo, you're drinking on your own again.
Yes, quite. Where are they coming from? Let's have a Gunge update and find how things are going. Is it going to be Mandy? Is it going to be Madeline? Look at the number of votes we've had so far. Is Mandy going even?
It's not necessarily because Mandy's nice, it's just because the other woman is just
In the soap thing, and someone who is getting very mad and very uptight is Tony
a
Blackburn.
relatively
He's coming down the chimney,
inconsequential
he's coming through
character
windows and doors. He's
in
trying to get the
Neighbours.
gotcha tape. And well might he, because it's a classic. It's coming shortly, in a few weeks or so. But we took him along and we cleansed him with crystals, and then we actually made him fall in love with himself. He's done that a few times before. We got him to marry himself and then christen himself.
Thank you very much, Noel. I'd like to be christened Pratt.
Tony's Doctor is coming in a couple of weeks' time, but right now, a guy who must have so many medals and trophies in his home, I wonder if he's going to have room for a gotcha. Gary Lineker!
Yeah, so I was getting my dates confused earlier on, but it looks like Gary Lineker signed the contract to go to Japan way before this was transmitted, probably around the time that it was filmed, I don't know. But I reckon he's probably going to eat some of that food
The Japanese experience going
and look like a hero.
It's improved drastically since that day.
It has, has it?
Yes.
What, you've got the grasp of the language
And the food.
Yeah, the food. And when do you start over there full time?
I go out end of February, so looking forward to it.
So this whole experience that we put you through is invaluable.
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 Great experience.
It's quite an interesting thing because Gary was invited to take part in a program called Tokyo Tonight. It's an unusual program in Tokyo because it has an American host and they have a simultaneous interpretation going on at the same time. So there's this chap, Togo, who's doing a translation. That's very confusing, particularly when you consider that the host and Togo were actually in the office above the studio where we were doing this with Gary. We invited him to be our host, our guest on Tokyo Tonight, and I have to say, it was a bit amateur, wasn't it?
Well, I thought it was quite unprofessional.
Did you?
Too professional at times.
Well, I'm worried about you now. It certainly wasn't amateur. It's what I'd call naff, actually. It wasn't a very together company, but the host there was Eamon Holmes, and he was discussing things with Gary.
But if there's an American, or he's sort of pseudo-American sort of host of this show.
Well, it was always
Eamon Holmes, he's a right-wing nut job now, isn't he? Allegedly, in my opinion.
Tokyo Tonight, John
He's on.
Meyer and my co-host Togo.
He's on all sorts of stuff, saying all nasty things, backward shit.
And our special guest live from London is English footballer, soon to become a major sporting presence here in Japan, Gary Lineker. Gary live on our satellite link is top British sports correspondent Eamon Holmes.
We know how much productivity is admired in Japan. Well, in football terms, they don't come any more productive.
Apparently, though, what I've heard from people is that he's always been somewhat unpleasant to work with, Eamon Holmes. He's always. People have said he's always been a bit of a prima donna, and the fact that he's now actively right wing about shit is it's just yet another reason to dislike him.
Gary, right? Gary. They used to call Gary Cooper. Gary Cooper.
Let the Japanese viewers who are watching see how you have been coping with not only the language, but the diet. And the beautiful Toshiko, who we have in the studio here, has prepared a number of traditional Japanese dishes, some of which you know very well.
This is putting me under a little bit of pressure.
Have a wee nibble there, Gary, and
So if you're an intelligent person and you've got some
what
money,
you think you're eating.
you go to places like that and try different stuff, especially if you're,
I'm
you
sure
know,
all of these are
possibly
everyday
going to be
dishes.
working in Japan.
That one is fermented soya beans. We've got a few more of these.
Well,
to
I won't
come.
eat too much of that then.
No, don't spoil this now. Yeah, well, that's a conga eel covered with sour plum.
Conga with sour plum.
Sour plum. Yes, yeah. Oh, that's good.
Some proficiency with the
As a
chopsticks.
professional sportsman, you've got to have a lot of carbohydrate before games and pasta, things like pasta.
Eamon,
bread,
can you
things like
hear me?
John, we can hear you loud and clear.
If you wouldn't mind just waiting a moment, Togo has got a little behind with the last.
Forgive me.
I think it was carbohydrates did it.
Oh,
まあいろんなものを食べなきゃいけないとこういうふうに思ってるんですけれども、なかなかまあこういうふうに、ギャリーやっておりますね。はい、どうぞ。
This is obviously squid of some sort, octopus.
これはイカですね。
Yeah.
Well, come on, I eat that in a bloody Turkish restaurant. And it's looked far less appetising.
The last time I had that particular dish, I was ill for 3 days.
It's weird how tastes have changed. Go to a Turkish restaurant and order that. And not squid with eyes in it, though.
Gary,
Just don't think too much about the eyes.
Come on. What is that? I'm tell you, I'm not going to go for it.
You're a good man.
Program.
So, if you're a celebrity who's got money and you go out to fine restaurants,
We're going to sort of
that's the kind of thing you
hypothetical situation.
you can have. Do you know what I mean?
At dinner,
It's not
your
that
host
crazy.
offers you some. Would you A, eat them, B, deal them, or C, dip them in your gravy?
I think we'll probably deal them.
Here's a dilemma for you. You are awarded, you're given a... Right. Do you A, B, put it on a shelf, or C, wash your face in it?
I wonder what this one is. I will wash my face in it.
And just on that point, some people ask, if you want to play a...
Nolan's no LP.
Do you say, yes please? Sorry, I'm just getting over a bad stomach bug.
お腹を壊したのがやっと治ったばかりなのでやめときます。
Or C, yes, and hope you pick it up as you go along.
I'll go for B on that. I'll have a stomach bug.
Yes, you probably would, but in fact you probably alienated half the population of Japan because it would be a Nolan's record, and they are in fact huge hits in Japan.
Really?
And
Well, I'll still have a stomach bug.
We have your top pop star. She's also a well-known Japanese soap star. I suppose you could say she's Japan's answer to Kylie Minogue. Would you welcome? Here she is, Sachiko.
You can speak Japanese fluently.
Just a few words.
And have you heard of Gary?
Yeah, so he's going there. He's training. He's must be learning.
I can speak English a little bit. I'm going to sing a song for Gary.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you can just go and sing on Tokyo Tonight. We are privileged and proud, live from London, to give you this dedication from Sachiko to Gary Lineker.
What's funny or awkward about that?
No chance. No, you sing. It's live.
Maybe live.
Just bad on your knees, this, isn't it?
Go on, after you, please.
This is just amusing for the audience, though. There's not actually much. Does he know?
Well, John, what more can I say? From London, sayonara. Hello, John, where are you? John?
I guess this. Say hello to everyone watching in Japan.
Hello, everybody in Japan.
What's Japanese for gotcha?
I'll remember that. Look, I've admired you for too long not to give you the right of putting the record straight here, because you did suss us, didn't you?
Well, yes, really. I mean, I knew something very fishy was going on. I was fairly sure, but I was completely sure with the singer.
Yes, that was the final straw.
Convinced.
It was good. Gary, a great pleasure to give you your very own podcast.
He didn't hesitate really that much with the squid, did he?
This week's stars of MTV, Voulez-Vous and Steve Murray!
Oh, that's gone silent. I don't know. That looked good for Gary Lineker, really, and looked shit for Noel. I think, I wonder why he stopped using Chegwin. Maybe it's because everyone knows now that if you have to work with Keith Chegwin, it's toss a coin as to whether it's a set-up with Noel Edmonds. I suppose that was always on the cards. A bit like Blobby. I mean, you can only really use Blobby for one season, one series, before then everyone knows that that's a made-up character, which is perhaps why Blobby breaks out into his own thing.
Steve?
Yes?
What do you think your mates down at the fire station are going to say?
Yes.
It's going to be an interesting first day back at work, really, isn't it?
Very, yes.
Have you enjoyed yourself?
Very enjoyable, thank you very much.
Thank you for letting us come to your house in Lakers.
People must have been so embarrassed to do stuff in the 90s. I mean, now people make videos of themselves singing and dancing and put them on TikTok, just they volunteer for it. Whereas in the 90s, I think being asked to do anything in front of anyone, people were just expected to be hugely embarrassed.
We have completely screwed up the old computer. I've got no idea how many people. We are well into six figures. I'm not sure what's going to come up at the end, but here is the final tally. Oh, it's given a reading of that, but I think without any doubt. The nation has spoken. Well, I've no doubt you will get me back, but the nation has spoken.
So don't look up, you get it in the mouth. I don't remember the foam. The foam is a new thing, and don't know how long it lasts. I don't really remember the foam aspect.
Hello. If you managed to get the money, how much? I mean, what were you spending? I can't believe that. What are you spending on?
I'm going to buy some furniture for my flat.
Some furniture for the flat. Okay, I am offering you 3,000 New Zealand dollars, 3,000 Deutschmarks, or I could
swimming
make you
one.
a millionairess. I have here 3 million Italian lira. Which were you going for?
New Zealand.
You're going for the New Zealand, it's the lowest amount, the value.
It's always the fucking lowest.
But here, to go grand grabbing for you, Liz, he's a great guy. He has been at the top of his sport for over 12 years now. He is just.
Does he use some kind of Darren Brown sort of trick to make people pick the lowest one? Because it's always the lowest.
You trust me on this one? You trust me? Nobody, you do trust me on this? Well, he's tall enough to do it. Nobody else does. Hop in. There's a man over there doing.
Get on with it. Look, Noel's standing by the door. None of this. None of no.
In the papers this week for not paying his access bills. Yes. Name the racehorse which is undergoing treatment for colic. Name the Speaker of the House of Commons who was named Parliamentarian of the Year. It was Betty Boothroyd. That's 40. 40. Oh no, it was those, wasn't it? Right, and there they go. Oh, he grabbed them all.
Has he got most of them already? Nice. They show you Noel putting them in, but they don't show you enough of the shot. It's close enough so that you don't see the person, you know, grabbing most of them like that. Sometimes it used to be on a long shot, and you used to be able to see the whole thing. He's got almost all of them, by the looks of it.
Liz, hi. You are very lucky because I needn't even press the button on this. He got every single one.
Nice.
Thank you, Adrian. Gen game coming. Good night from the house party.
Gen game. Yay! Blobby's serving drinks now. Serving drinks to Oliver Reed. Is he? I bet that was probably real. Sort of come on and pretend to play a drunk stereotype. Well, there's no pretending, Noel. There's no pretending. Right. Well, that was actually that was half decent. Again, they always ramp up towards the end. Some of the stuff at the start was a total nonsense. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. The sun is shining. Going to go out for a walk now. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.